But middle of the day, middle of the show, let's get to the Midway.
Stuck in the middle with you.
It's time for
Stuck in the middle.
the Midway.
Okay there, Jason Stewart. What do you got in Midway?
Hey guys, what cliches or broadcast phrases are you just about sick of, and they should be retired for good? I bring that up because I have felt for a long time now that anytime an analyst goes with the phrase, he's not a rookie anymore around this time of year, I think that's just a lazy kind of layup thing to say. Everyone knows that. I think the person who first said it is probably pretty proud because it's lasted about 25 years and it's just tired. Damian Woody today on Get Up. This is where I got the idea for this part of the show, right? He said that Brock Purdy, he's not a rookie anymore. And so not only was he kind of lazy for saying it, but I think he's wrong. And correct me if I'm wrong, guys. If Brock Purdy was the number one guy in the offseason getting all the number one reps, and he was the guy to start the season, maybe even if he was the backup quarterback, getting the backup reps in the preseason and the offseason, that would be one thing. But he's the third guy in this season, and he's only played like 6 or 7 games. So not only is that phraseology old and tired, but it's just wrong. Brock Purdy's a rookie. He is a rookie. When he plays this weekend, he'll be a rookie. That's a phrase that I think should be put to rest. And while I'm at it, guys, I know it's a fairly new one, but I'm already sick of it. Could we stop saying he could spin it as opposed to he could throw the ball real well? Are you guys sick of he could spin it, or are you good with using that more?
I'm not sick of he could spin it.
Okay.
He's a rookie thing is one. What about you? What about you, Dan Byer?
Yeah, I'll tell you what I'm sick of is Jason going back for seconds before we even fill our plate. Like he always throws these things out, like 3 or 4 of them before we can even go around.
Do you understand? Do you understand that my intentions are to inspire you guys, to give you guys examples? To be like, you know what? I'm glad he gave me that second one because it made me think of the one I'm going to get.
I was inspired when he sent the text 2 hours ago to be like, hey, you may have a heads up. You know what I don't like? Drop that pass. That's why he plays defense. On a defensive back who doesn't get the interception, and it's because his hands are just nubs. There was no way he was going to be a receiver. He has 2 bricks as hands, and a coach his junior year in high school said, you know what, you're not going to catch passes for us. Get on the defensive side of the ball. That's the background too. That's why he plays defense. Well, why are the Dolphins dropping all the passes in Buffalo? Then maybe they should all play defense. I don't like that one. That annoys me.
You never hear it the other way around. After that would be a cool thing if you heard Troy Aikman be like, after a dropped pass, he'd be like, they should put that guy in defense.
Yeah. Put Tyreek Hill at corner. Doug, you're up in the
I've
buffet
never
line.
And maybe this is more fans than cliche on TV, but they just wanted it more. They just wanted it more.
That's a good one.
It's one of the more annoying phrases ever. They just wanted it more. They just wanted it more. Also, this is more of a TV thing, is how many guys are top 5 quarterbacks? Because the last time I checked, only 5 can be top 5 quarterbacks. And yet, we just throw out top 5 quarterback. Top 5 quarterback is like Pro Bowler, where eventually, everybody's in the Pro Bowl.
That's true. And there can only be one GOAT, too.
Correct. Oh, he's the GOAT. Well, GOAT is greatest of all time. Greatest of all time.
John?
Ramos?
Well, mine is always going to be the ever-changing, never-changing, unbelievable play. I've never seen that before. It's so incredible. I can't believe what I just saw. Those have been used. Jack Buck used that one time because it was a World Series game that led to something else to finish a World Series, not for just some generic play in the middle of a season. Some guy shoots a half-court shot and makes it I can't believe that play. It's yeah, you did because it just happened. Maybe it doesn't happen a lot, but it's just that I don't believe it happened in front of me. It's like, come on, man. I'm so done with that.
I heard an unbelievable during a college football game this year when the punt was down at the 8-yard line.
That's unbelievable.
Can you believe that?
Can you believe
Unbelievable
that?
punt.
That is unbelievable.
There's that old
That
phrase.
is unbelievable.
It was also in an Iowa game, so that was very believable. Actually,
A lot of punts.
Yes.
Yeah. No, if everything is great, I think that's a note for most broadcasters, right? If everything is great, then nothing's great.
That's correct.
If everything's unbelievable, then nothing's unbelievable. There needs to be choose another superlative in there. I could have sworn John was going to go with his old standby.
I have another standby. What's this one?
How about the what if I would have told you?
Oh!
Don't you love it when analysts go to that one?
Look, if I would have told you that guy would have caught the ball, then the Rams wouldn't have been in the Super Bowl. Like, nobody didn't catch the ball, and therefore they were in the Super Bowl. So
no, if I would have told you that Dan, you're a big fantasy guy, right?
Yes.
You've got the podcast. I want to feel your flex.
I want your flex. Thank you.
feel your
Yes.
If I were to tell you that Josh Jacobs would lead the NFL in rushing yards, would you have drafted him?
I
forgot about that one.
You'd be a very rich man.
Yeah.
Very rich. Really? Like there were 8 million to 1 odds on Josh Jacobs.
I mean, look, your favorite one we haven't mentioned, which is just how you drew it up. Just how you drew it up. Just how you drew it up.
That is my favorite, and by the way, I need to thank my guy Kyle Brandt for doing my exact rant on his TV show. But he didn't steal it. He gave me credit. And right now, what about when a ball goes into the like the sidelines or even into the stands, and some like the guy makes like a decent catch, maybe even like a one-hander. Somebody inevitably says, "Sign him up.
Sign him up.
Get that guy some pads.
Sign
sure
him up."
Couldn't hurt." That's always the follow-up. Sure couldn't hurt. Like there's some kind of no, it could. No, we can't have the guy that holds the boom mic on the sidelines in pads. That would hurt your team. We can't play him.
Funny. Fire anymore?
I've got a lot of gripes.
Go.
And I just don't.
I love Dad's gripes.
I love
this.
Good.
There is something like when, and this may be athlete specific, but when an athlete jumps in the booth and immediately becomes media member, like there are a lot of times during playing days, it's the, well, you didn't play the game sort of thing. Like you never played. And I get like the whole Manning cast thing on Monday, which by the way, I watched the main broadcast because it was an actual playoff game. Like I didn't want to be distracted because it was a playoff game. I watched the main broadcast, but I heard the whole Peyton's like, we never did any halftime adjustments. I had never heard a player say that. I think that is great
right.
content.
Exactly.
And if that's true, then players have been holding back. But when people say, like, you don't play the game, you don't know what you're talking about, and then immediately a player gets into the booth and is like, got to catch those. Yeah, I know you do. Like, it hit him in the hands. Why didn't he catch it? Was he looking at the route? What was he doing? And, it actually pains me more when in that athlete conversion market.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Got to catch those. Got to catch those. Huh. Jay Stu, any more?
No, I think we're good. That was good. Thanks, guys.
The Midway.
That's a good one. That was a good topic. Some of them, though, like you don't know it till you hear it. And Troy did one the other night. Like the series before, he said, Dak's just not seeing it tonight. And then all of a sudden he throws a good pass. Like, boy, Dak is really seeing it tonight. Like, wait, I was paying attention 5 minutes ago when he said he wasn't.